International Insights.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It's called International Insights, and it'll be, just give us a brief 2 to 3 sentences on something that you're seeing happening in your market. And we'll put this out over our social platforms so that, again, just sort of educating everybody about CORFAC, its international members, what's happening in your market. And so I'll be reaching out to each of you for that.
Sure, we're welcome. We look forward to it.
Great.
Perfect.
Hello, Trent. Welcome.
We're ready.
Hi, gentlemen. I'm sorry I'm late.
That's okay.
How's everybody doing?
Doing fine.
Great, Trent.
What about you?
Doing great.
Yeah, we're doing good. Yeah, the fourth quarter is generally a pretty busy quarter for us, so we're closing some deals finally.
That's always nice to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good luck in advance.
Scott Hensley from North Carolina has joined us as well, and Scott's been steering the admissions committee on the North American side.
Well, Ray, what do you think? It's about 6 minutes after the hour, and
Yeah, we'll officially call the meeting to order. Introduction. So actually, formally, informally, Esteban, you were indicated that you could share with us a little bit about Mexico, and Panka, I believe you had prepared something for us as well, right?
Yes.
Good enough. And I guess not everybody knows each other that well. Marina, you did the introduction on and your presentation before with the European group. Should we just go around the screen for a minute?
sure.
Trent, do
Why
you
don't
want to start then?
Sure, yeah, I can start. I'm there. Yeah, so TFA Commercial Realty has been around for about 12 years now. Before that, I was with CB Richard Ellis Philippines for 9 years. We've been a member of CORFAC for this is our 2nd year now. We focus on office services, tenant rep, landlord rep, any investment related type service. So cross-border or local developers looking to acquire property. We have a small BPO here. We do lease abstracts for a couple of big multinational companies. We do valuation appraisals. We do a few other things, but what we don't do yet are the management. So property management, facilities management. But the market studies, feasibility studies, high spec use studies, that's all our, that's right up our alley.
Marina?
Sure.
You've got a foot in 2 countries, but just give us the quick scenario, if you would, about your firm.
Yeah, so I represent the Bright Ridge CORFAC International. We actually the members of CORFAC from 2012, originally with our Russian company. In this year, we opened company as well in Dubai. So here we provide all services in commercial and in residential real estate. We would be more than happy to cooperate with you on this market because I will send you a brief presentation, and actually in Dubai it's only 12% of Arabian people. All other people are mostly experts from different countries, including India, Pakistan, and many other Asian countries. There are a lot of people from Philippines as well, and many others. So it's one of the myths that there are a lot of Arabian in Dubai. And in this case, we are very interesting and look forward for future cooperation with all of you because it's a quite busy market, interesting, and we look forward for more new referrals and deals with you.
Thanks. Hey, Esteban, maybe you could just briefly introduce your firm, and then after Panka's presentation. It looks like with the small group, you will have time. If you could share with us maybe yours as well. Could you?
Yeah, perfect. Well, Bluestone. Yeah, a brief introduction and then probably the presentation that we saw before.
If you could share after Panka's presentation, I think we'll have time to share
Yes,
your
and
presentation, but
and if
just
we
on your
have time.
firm briefly.
Yeah, well, Bluestone, it's a recent firm. It's a five years firm. It's a local firm. Even though we have 5 years, we have plenty of expertise. I used to work for an industrial park here. Actually, it's World Trade Center. It is part of the World Trade Center in New York. It is a license, but even though all of them they make buildings, offices, this was an industrial park. So we have plenty expertise in the real estate industrial area. And well, we are in the center of Mexico, San Luis Potosí, but we see all Mexico. There are 13 most important markets in Mexico: Northeast, Northwest, the Bajío region, Central region, West region, and at the end we are focusing in the whole country. Also, we are partners of an industrial park in Guanajuato, which is in the Bajío region. It's our first industrial park, and the idea is continuing giving services of brokerage. I mean, I continue with the industrial and commercial real estate, and keep growing in the industrial park area industry. That's a small brief.
Thanks. Pankaj, you were good enough to prepare a market update for us. My apologies that we don't have a larger group on the line right now, but as Jonathan's recording it, we'll be able to share that video and the presentation with everybody so they can watch it later, if you'd be good enough to go ahead and take us through it.
Absolutely. No, pleasure is all mine, sharing something about India. And fortunately, I see that, the group is increasing. So I also expect, after sharing this, there should be some movement between us. So it's always nice to share what's happening here. It's a good opportunity. So I hope that, it will be fruitful for you. So just to give everybody a quick information about ourselves. So we are with CORFAC International for almost a year now. But otherwise, I have been into commercial real estate domain for more than 24 years in India. And my specialization has always been into office leasing, retail spaces, and warehousing. These are three great, three areas where my team focuses more than anything else. Besides that, we definitely do some investment properties also in India, like based on the ROI and rental returns. We also help our clients in doing the interior fit outs, etc. So this is what we do in India, and I have been doing, pretty happily for the last 24 years. Besides that, I'm also at personal level, I'm also setting my base in Dubai, and meeting people here, doing some sort of real estate. So let's see how it goes. I'll keep updating you informally about Dubai also. A lot of action is happening. It's unbelievable how real estate is going on here. And it's very nice to see that these kind of developments are taking place. Like day before yesterday, a local developer from Dubai announced the world's tallest residential tower in Dubai, in association with the Swiss watchmaker Jacob & Co. So it was a very interesting event, to see this launch. So great things are happening here in India both. So yeah, let's stay in touch for future, recommendations and exchange of ideas. Secondly, as Jonathan told me, I have a very brief market update for all of you. Just go through it, understand how India's office, retail, and commercial market, basically, how is India's commercial market moving. And please use it if you want to use it for your clients in your country. and see if we could do something together for India. Yeah. Great. So I'll share my screen with you now. Just- Sorry. Sorry, gentlemen, what happened? Can you see my screen? Jonathan, is my screen visible?
No, no.
No.
No, no.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, let me try and share. Let me try and share mine real quick just to see Punk has. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not working for you at the moment?
No, I'm sorry. My screen is not getting shared.
What time do we have? What time is it for everybody here now? So we got a couple in the US, or one in the US, one in Toronto, one in Mexico. Patricia, where are you at?
I'm in Los Angeles, so
Okay,
it's almost 6:30 for me.
okay, not too bad.
PM, I should say.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you see, I'm in Moscow right now, so it's 5:20 a.m.
Good morning to you.
Yes.
I'm sure this isn't just a regular day for you, right?
Not really. I'm usually waking up a little bit more later, but that's okay.
We got
Because
two-
we've got two
got-
of you now. That's
Yes, and it's around 6 a.m. in Dubai right now, I guess.
Okay,
Yes.
would it work if you emailed the presentation to Jonathan and he shared his screen and
Is it?
made the changes as you talk through it?
Yeah, just a second. I'll just see if it doesn't happen, then definitely I can do that.
Brent, what time is it for you?
did you say Trent?
Yeah, what time is it for you?
It is, if we could do it at this time all the time, that would be great. It's 10 o'clock, 10:30 now.
Oh.
But I had a 2 a.m. 2 nights ago, so which wasn't exactly a good call either. So
Mm.
any shockers in the midterms in the US?
I don't know that I'd say shockers. I think there's talk that maybe Trump's support hurt some of the Republican candidates. but as I'm sure you all heard, he just made his announcement that he's going to run again in 2024.
As a lunatic.
Mhm.
Jonathan, I just
Yes.
sent you the report. Have you got it, and can you share it on the screen, please?
I don't have it yet, but I'm looking for it. There we go.
Just a second.
There we go.
Just a second.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. You are trusting my technological abilities.
Maybe trusting or trying. Trusting or testing.
Esteban, is that your?
Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry for the
Right.
glitch, but finally
No,
we are here.
no worries. We're all good.
Great.
You just tell me when to move it. Or are you able to control it at all now or no?
No,
Okay.
but that's okay. You please go
Yeah.
down.
Right there. You tell me when to stop and
Perfect.
go and
No, perfect. So just to give you the idea through this report that India is a very strong commercial real estate market primarily because of IT companies here, IT and ITES. So the maximum consumption of space and the acquisition of space is by the IT companies here, and that's where I think India has created a niche for itself. Where more than any other country right now, the IT expansion has become the backbone for India, and it is growing exponentially. Be it the software development companies now, the BPOs, the KPOs. So all the outsourcing business is very, very exciting for India, and that is the reason of commercial office space growth for the country. So we'll go down, and some graphics will show you how the consumption is happening. So basically, as you can see through this graph, the demand is basically has gone up. So after COVID, of course, just like any other country, we were also badly hit, and there were a lot of discussions about work from home or moving, the offices to the business centers and co-working spaces. But nevertheless, now India's regular office working is coming back. So demand has gone up, as you can see. Fortunately, the supply is also keeping pace with the demand. So supply has also gone up. And the vacancy, if you see here, the vacancy has come down. So it's going very good that demand is growing, supply is also growing. So what happens as you all are experiencing alters, unnecessarily the rentals are not going up because supply is also keeping pace. And the vacancy is going down again, which was increased before, because of COVID. So India's major cities are sitting at very, very right levels of demand, occupancy, and supply. All. Let's go down, please.
more.
Yeah, a little more, please. Yeah. So this is where you can see on the pan-India basis. These charts are pretty self-explanatory, but as you can see that the entire major contributors in the demand, on the pan-India level, the best cities in India are Bangalore and Mumbai. They are still, so Bangalore is the IT hub. All the software companies and IT companies prefer Bangalore when they want to start in India, and Bangalore is still keeping at the top. Then Mumbai region is the second best region, where all the corporate offices and the financial companies, etc., prefer to be in. So Mumbai is the capital city of India, and then comes the number of Delhi, Gurgaon, and Noida, which we call it Delhi NCR. This is also almost as at par with Bangalore and Mumbai. So these are the three major places of demand, commercial real estate drivers here. So as it is indicated that 55% is being contributed by Bangalore and Mumbai, and 43% is by Delhi and its surrounding neighboring areas. So yeah, so these are like, how the as the graph is also saying, the passing rent graph means that the active tenants, those who are already sitting on existing leases, how their rental is going uh, continuously is, I can say that on that front also it is growing after renegotiation, etc., with the current tenant. And the new leases have picked up very well. The rentals have seen significant growth of almost about between 20 to 25% across all the cities. It is just because they came down due to COVID, and now they are just going back to the same pace again. As you can see, the share of cities, 29% is by Bangalore. As I said, that this is the main IT hub and commercial backbone, for India. And then the 26% is by Mumbai, and 17% is by Delhi and NCR, then 12% by Chennai. So these are Hyderabad and then Pune, etc. These are the main cities of ITS companies. So is the case of the supply also. But I'll say the supply has been significantly improved in Delhi and NCR. As you can see, 43% is the supply in Delhi and NCR itself. So demand is increasing, supply is increasing in Delhi. We are going pretty good. Rentals have also gone up. So this is a very basic snapshot you can understand in terms of demand and supply across the major cities, 6 major cities that we have covered in India. We can go further down.
Further?
Yes, please. These are the. This is about Bangalore. As you know, I said that this is the top place, for India. These are some of the major and significant transactions that are happening. So I have just mentioned few. So as I said, demand has gone up, compared to previous year. These are some of the major transactions. I don't know whether these companies are based out of your market also or not, but like LTO Star Networks, 376,000 square feet at a rental, let's say $250 a square foot a month. Similarly, Lam Research, they have taken a large space of about 71,000 square foot at about, I can fairly say about $1.25 a square foot a month. Similarly, Palo Alto Networks. So these are few significant transactions that we have captured in Bangalore in last one quarter. So, this is pretty significant when you can see that the per square foot rental has gone beyond $1 a square foot a month. This is pretty significant for our market, because otherwise earlier IT used to be only around $1 a square foot a month. So rentals are also now catching up. We can go down, please. So United Technology has taken, as you can see again, the ITS sector is predominant here in India. 46% is the demand by ITS companies in Bangalore. Now, this is the slide for when we come down. Same graphics, same everything, but this is a little bit more. We can come down, Jonathan, please. Yeah, this is about Mumbai region. Again, this one graph gives you basic insight that demand has gone up by 8% in Mumbai, which is the financial capital of India, and supply has gone up by 17%. Again, I have captured big traction, and these are very, very big, significant tractions. As you can see, the rentals are also in the tune of about almost $3 a square foot a month. And these are significant traction, like almost about close to 100,000 square foot each. So Aventus Capital, as the name says, these are all financial companies. They have taken large spaces in last one quarter itself. Edelweiss is a global company, again into financial space. Table Space is a new entrant in India, just 2 years, 3 years old company, which is into primarily into co-working. Table Space is increasing its foothold in India quite significantly. They do a lot of managed office transactions. They do a lot of co-working spaces, and they're going across India very aggressively. They have been funded also by some US-based investors, and they are going aggressive. They have taken about 80,000 square foot in Mumbai recently. Then, as you can see, further one more deal, EFC Limited at Empire Tower. Again, 55,000 square foot. If we see sector-wise occupancy, then because this is Mumbai, the financial capital, so almost 27% space, as you can see, has been taken by the financial companies. And the ITS in Mumbai is very, very limited, but it's still almost about 20% of the space has been taken by IT companies in last 1 quarter. Then comes the commercial and regular professional companies. Co-working is pretty significant. I'm surprised that, why co-working has not grown so much in Mumbai. They have taken only about 6% of the space. And then healthcare and other sectors put together are 31 and 37% occupancy. So pretty balanced graph. So all the sectors, as you can see, are growing in India, especially in Mumbai's market. Co-working has not shown so much of consumption this quarter, but they are also significant consumers of space in Mumbai. Let's go down, Jonathan.
More?
Then, yes, please. As you can see that, every chart is showing growth. So this is about NCR. NCR is the place. So Delhi is, as we all know, is the capital of India, and the surrounding areas like Gurgaon and Noida. This is what we call one region, and this is called NCR region, National Capital Region. So NCR is also doing very, very well. As you can see, the biggest transaction which was highlighted across the globe in all the news is by Google. So Google is very big space occupier in Gurgaon already. This is another acquisition which they have done last quarter. Is about 464,000 square foot. Very big and very nice facility taken in the suburb of Delhi by Google. And Adani, I don't know if you have heard about it, as the Adani Group has shown significant growth in terms of their business across the globe. Mr. Adani has become, I think, the second richest man in the world, and they occupy ports. The most of the ports are and airports, etc., are all owned by Adani Group. They are the operators. They are also heavily expanding their footprint in real estate, and Google has recently signed this deal with them. Then other companies like Real Estate Technology, 100,000 square foot, and HP has taken another 50,000 square foot. LinkedIn has grown here, another 49,000 square foot in Gurgaon. So, and all deals, as you can see, that they are almost to the tune of $1.25 to $1.5 square foot a month. So pretty good amount of large transactions have taken place in last quarter here also in Delhi. Same goes for yes, please, Jonathan, a little more down. So this is another after Bengaluru. So Bengaluru has had a great run for almost last 15 years in India's market. After Bengaluru, the nearby city is Hyderabad. So a lot of companies, have their second option. If they want to expand in South, they go for Hyderabad. This is one major city of South of India. Again, as you can see, some large companies are taking space there. So demand has grown, supply has grown significantly here. This is 53% supply has gone up because a lot of projects were on hold for after the COVID. So suddenly, because of good demand in future, developers are completing their projects. So here also you can see the supply has gone up, and good transactions are taking place. Again, I have captured sub transactions which are in the 100,000 square foot of range. So Reliance projects, Evermark IT, Goldman Sachs, which we all know, it's a capital fund. Yash Technologies, which seems to be an Indian organization. So all these companies have also put together, taken large space on rent. So Hyderabad comes as a second option after Bengaluru. The rentals are less, the buildings have equal quality. And this city is growing exponentially today, especially by IT companies. Then let's come down. Then this is Chennai, which is the south of, again, another southern city of India. Uh, Good action is happening here. You see that Chennai is like the it sees demands from all sort of companies, be it the regular commercial companies, the healthcare companies, financial organizations, IT companies. It's one of the biggest logistic hubs of India. So this is lot of demand of space. So as you can see, 50% growth in demand. We can see, and supply is not too much. So rentals are also growing here in Chennai, and the major traction again, as you can see, is by financial companies, by co-work. So Nielsen IQ has taken 115,000. Bank of America has expanded. I think this is their back office expansion of 150,000 square foot in Chennai. Workafella is a co-working company. They have also taken a lot of facilities in Chennai. This is their recent acquisition. And then Haworth India, another 25,000 square foot. So these are some significant transactions I have captured for Chennai. As you can see that rentals are also growing here exponentially. So from about less than $1 a square foot, and now this is cost $1 a square foot a month. Between COVID time and now, between 20 and 2022. Similarly, the growth is there in Pune. So Pune is very, very close to Mumbai, and so a lot of companies have their second base in Pune. The connectivity is very, very good here, and this is where a lot of IT companies prefer to be instead of Mumbai, because Mumbai the rates are very expensive, almost 3 to 4 times than the Pune. So a lot of companies, those who want to be western part of India, they prefer Pune. So here demand is good, grade A quality of buildings, excellent connectivity with Mumbai. And as you can see that, PTC Technology Solution, 121,000, IndiCube, Pune, 56,000. So other companies have also taken like 40,000. L&T Infotech, which is, taken in free zone, under large space. So good transactions I have captured for understanding. So all these cities put together are part of, the India's commercial space markets. And everywhere you can see large transactions are happening and demand has gone up.
When these rents you refer to, is this net or gross? Is this including all operating expenses? Or are these
Yes.
net? Okay.
Yes,
Wow.
these are including the basic operating expenses also. And in some cases, these are including the customized fit outs as well, in some cases.
Okay. Very interesting. In North America, where the office market is still much more uncertain, to see those levels of growth.
Mm.
And
Yeah, I think
Pankaj,
that was India's has positioned itself very, very well, for the IT industry, and that's the backbone for India for their constant growth in since last almost 2 decades now.
can you give us a sense of the size of these different cities you just talked about? I know Mumbai is enormous, but the other cities?
Yeah, so just like Mumbai, if you see, Chennai is as big as the Mumbai's commercial market, and Delhi NCR is more than double than rather almost 3 times the commercial market than Mumbai. Bangalore is very big. Bangalore and Delhi, they are the 2 biggest markets, almost you can say 3 times than the Mumbai's real estate market. But the prices wise, Jonathan, prices are highest in Mumbai because land is limited, and every large organization wants to have its head office in Mumbai. So prices are 4 times more than Delhi and other Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Pune, etc. But the market size is because land is more in Delhi and Bangalore, so markets are almost 3 times bigger than Mumbai here. Just to give you a very basic perspective. That's all. That's a glimpse I wanted to give, not to take too much of time. but just
Oh,
a
no,
glimpse that it's growing. Large transactions are happening. The rentals are back again after the hit of COVID. The occupancies have also increased, and now developers are pushing their projects to get completed because demand in every good city is increasing.
Excellent. Thanks for sharing that with us.
No, thank you.
And Jonathan, you'll be able to send that out to everybody that didn't make the call then?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do
Recording.
tomorrow is send the 3 presentations that we got over the last 3 days to everybody, the one on the European call that Marina did, the one on the Canadian call that Esteban did, and then tonight's. So you'll have it all in one email.
Okay. Esteban is off the call now. It looks like we've lost him.
Yeah, he sends his apologies. He sent me a
Okay.
note. He sent me a note saying something happened with his connection, so.
Okay, no problem.
Pankaj, may I ask a couple questions?
Please.
So I'm a little jealous. The Philippines is a little jealous because I mean we're obviously, as you know, heavily dependent on BPOs, KPOs, all type of outsourcing. But we also have this online gaming as well, which has been big for the last 5 years, right? But they're now cracking down on that. So the makeup, if you have a pie chart, BPOs probably take up about 40% of office space every year. Pogos took up, the online gaming companies took up about 30%, and the others I can split up, accordingly. Pogos are now pretty much gone. They're cut in half and they're not expanding. The BPOs are pretty comfortable working from home. So I don't know why. Are the BPO workers in India, are they all back in the office now? Or is it like 80-20, 70-30?
Yeah, I'll say that if you ask me, it is still not 100% back. It is still something like 60-40 or 70-30 at max, you can say. And there also, the trend is that a lot of people are, a lot of companies have taken or done their tie-ups with the co-working companies. So a lot of companies, those who shut their shops in COVID time, are not back yet. They have understood that there is a possibility of having work from home for at least next 1 year, and they have also done tie-up with a lot of co-working spaces across the country. So if their people have to go out for meetings, etc., then they use their meeting rooms or flexible workspaces, but they are not 100% back in the offices yet.
Gotcha. What I'm seeing here is the BPOs that are actually either expanding or they closed at the beginning. They just shut down their office at the beginning of COVID, and now they're coming back. They're being more generous with their space allocations. So their density ratios, they're being more generous, and they're also kind of building out their space now so that it's kind of like it was before. They have playrooms, and they have sleeping quarters, and they have all this space that they used to kind of cut out is now back, just to encourage the camaraderie and to give the employees kind of a place, to kind of hang out, give them a reason to go to the office, basically.
Absolutely.
So
No, I think that's very important. In the last couple of years, these spaces were squeezed so badly. It was practically, I used to call it inhuman to make people sit in those kind of spaces.
Jonathan, North America, from the calls you've been on, your perception, some of the major companies are basically telling people, a number of them are telling people they need to get back to work, but it's often it's not a 5-day in the office. It's a partial period in the office. Is that what you're seeing as well?
You're asking me?
Yeah, from the discussions you've had, and
Yeah.
what you're
I'd say
seeing?
it's kind of all over the board. I don't think, and Patricia, maybe you have a sense of this too, and Scott, but I haven't heard many companies outside of Elon Musk that's telling everybody you better get back in the office for 5 days a week. I think certainly the hybrid approach is accepted by the vast majority of companies now. I think the expectation is that employees will be in the office 3 days a week, and sometimes as little as 2. But yeah, no upheaval that everybody's got to get back right away.
Yeah, that's more the 2 or 3 day a week is what I'm seeing here. And some firms, people are back in, depends on your position, depends on the industry, but a lot of folks 2 or 3 days a week, and
Yeah.
that's about it right now as far as mandatory.
No, I think that's how it can work, especially with technology in place, etc. And people are habituated and experienced with technology. It can definitely work. 3-4 days, like 3 days, is something which a lot of companies are still talking about in India. Also, it is very much possible. And if you have any urgent, important meeting, go to a nearby co-working space and do your work.
That was helpful. Thank you to get that overview. Jonathan, could you just update us the upcoming CORFAC conferences as well?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is looking ahead to next year, and I know it's been a challenge for anybody to do any traveling over the last couple of years, but hopefully we can get back at some point where some of you can at least get to one of the conferences a year. But we're going to be in Orlando, Florida in early March. We're working very closely with our local firm there, First Capital Property Group, in putting together a great program. And then in late September, we'll be in Detroit, which is really an amazing story. I tell this story that I was in Detroit about 25 years ago on business, and I went to a baseball game. And after that game, I couldn't get out of town fast enough. It was just not a safe place. And the transformation that Detroit has gone through and is going through right now is really an incredible story in itself, and an incredible real estate story. So that's where we'll be in late September of next year. And we also hope to do another European meeting. This year, we did it in July in Dublin in conjunction with the SIOR summer meeting. We haven't decided where that CORFAC summer meeting will be yet next year, but that's, I know it's still a very long trip for most of you, but we'll certainly keep you posted on where that'll be as well.
Excellent.
Great.
Any other thoughts? There's no, we had an agenda, but when we've got a small group like this, open discussion works just great. And any other thoughts people have, or do you need to get on to other things today or tonight?
Or some may need to get back to sleep.
Yes.
I was wondering, it was earlier in the year, you guys had us fill out some slides on, it was basically once, haves and wants is what the slides basically were. Did you get much traction or feedback on those? Are the other members using those to see what companies that they're targeting may have been handled by a previous CORFAC member? I'm just curious how those, if those have added some value.
Yeah, I think they've added a lot of value. And I know Scott's on the call and he's on mute here, but he was, I would say, one of the first investment sales calls that we did going back maybe a year and a half ago. Scott Hensley out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and our St. Louis firm did a deal deal together as a result of one of those investment sales calls. And we continue to hear other stories like that. But I'm glad you brought that up, Trent. This year's CORFAC president, Mason Capitani from Detroit, one of his high priorities was to develop a investment sales platform. And we're going to formally roll that out with a note to all members very, very soon. And we've tried to make it as easy as possible for people to upload things on a regular basis there, and a place where any CORFAC member can go and look and see what people have or what people are looking for.
Okay.
Does that answer
Yeah.
your question?
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, that would be great. You just build on it is basically
Yeah.
what you're saying. Just continue building on it. That'd be fantastic. And yeah, Punkaz, I've tried working, Punkaz and I have tried sharing a few ideas, a few leads. So we'll keep on that.
Yeah, I think we need to collaborate more, especially from my side.
It's okay. You probably have a 4-month-old baby now. I'm sure you're enjoying that. So
Yeah,
5
yeah.
months, whatever it is, time's flying.
Yeah, and Trent also it was baby, and then our relocation to Dubai, which was keeping me a little off from the work for past 6 months. But
Okay.
apologies if I missed anything. But yeah, I think we need to stay in touch more often.
No worries, partner. No worries. How do I pronounce your name, Miss
Pankaj.
from Moscow? No, from
Marina?
Moscow.
Marina.
Marina. Okay,
Yes.
Marina.
I should,
Pleasure to meet you.
nice
Uh,
to meet you too.
PNK, I believe, is the name. Do you know that Russian developer, PNK?
Yes, of course, they do the large real industrial warehouses complexes, right?
I'm not sure what they do there, but they started 2 projects here, which they're now trying to sell. So one's an office, one's office, one's residential.
Yes, we actually now working also with several Russian developers who are also looking for the Dubai market, because I would say that Dubai's market is very big and they have a lot of projects in the residential real estate. But for example, for warehouses and industrial market, it's quite crazy because actually there is no one Class A warehouse complex in Dubai. But on the other hand, you have like around 140 companies from Fortune 500 in Dubai presented. So in this case, the market is very interesting.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I was going to say, Daniel Lieberman from Australia sends his apologies. He was supposed to be on the call and he had a issue he had to deal with. But I'm not trying to cut the conversation short here. I want to thank you all because I know we're all in different time zones and we've tried different times to meet. And I don't know whether this is good. I know it's very early for some of you. I know Trent loves the time.
That's okay.
It's, I know we did it once at, I think 6 a.m. Central Time which is fine by me, doesn't bother me. But if you feel there's a better time, I'm open to whatever works best for you.
Marina, that presentation you did on Dubai for Europe was excellent. So
Oh, thank you.
I'll make sure that gets out to
Yeah.
everybody in Asia as well.
Actually, I have it right now, so maybe if you have another 10 more minutes, I can briefly run through it if you want, and if it would be interesting for guys.
Yep, thanks. Can you give us the quick overview there?
Sure.
Yes, then just give me then a second, please.
Hey, Pankaz, with your current climate there, with increasing demand, increasing supply, what kind of minimum IRR do developers target in order to launch a project? Here in the Philippines, they won't do anything under 22, 23% IRR.
Same here, Trent. Almost
About that.
same here.
About that figure, okay.
Yeah, almost same, not less. And that's yeah, and they achieve it here. We are almost same.
Okay.
And as Marina just said, and she's, of course, it is good that we are seeing Dubai from her eyes. Trying to also keep in mind, and that's what I'm doing in India. I'm trying to connect with a lot of developers for Dubai, and also
Yeah.
co-working companies, from India to come to Dubai. So Dubai is going absolutely crazy in terms of not not just by investors this time, but by residents, by end users, by companies. So this time Dubai is going up because people want to move here, they want to live here, they want to do businesses here, they are taking large offices. So you keep in mind, if any developer wants to come, this is a good time for them to come to Dubai. And also the co-working companies, etc., are coming to Dubai in a crazy manner, and demand is very, very good here. Keep
Is it,
that
do you
in
think,
mind.
do you think some of that is the fallout from Hong Kong? Because I mean, Singapore is just off the hook right now. I mean, it's hard to get into
Yeah.
Singapore. If you're an expat, you got to be apply, screened, approved.
Yeah.
Do you think, and Dubai being a financial kind of capital as well, right? Do you think some of that's
Yeah.
from Hong Kong or not really?
No, I think Dubai has suddenly, after COVID, what is done here is Dubai has suddenly understood the power of showing a lot of flexibility. So the flexibility in their laws has taken up so much that it has become attractive and easiest for everybody. Just to give you an example, that if you want a residency visa here, first of all, it's like 100% guaranteed that you will get a residency visa, and you won't believe, friend, that the 80% job can be done through WhatsApp only. 80% of your visa application job gets done on your WhatsApp and emails, and only for some physical formalities you have to be here. So suddenly people are finding it very convenient to be in Dubai rather than Singapore or Hong Kong, etc. So visa processing has become easy. Company formation has become very, very easy. Like Marina must have also experienced that, forming a company here is not so difficult for foreigners. Plus, the Russia's condition has given it an opportunity for Russians to come here and explore. They are loving it. Like, I got my neighbors from Russia, they love it here now. For them, the weather is good, and other things are good. So it is not because of fallout or any problem in Singapore, Hong Kong, but they are making new policies, very friendly policies every day, which is attracting the crowd here.
As simple as that.
Yeah.
I would just add that I'm absolutely agree with you. Just one thing, that sometimes some processes in Dubai is running very, very slowly. Like if you want to open a bank account, well, at least it will take for you like 1.5 months or 2 months. So in some ways, it's not very fast market. On the other hand, if I don't know, your client want to buy an apartment, sometimes it even doesn't have an option to choose. You just buy what you buy just to have something to buy, because some projects, especially the residential one, are selling very, very fast.
Yes. So yeah, you're right. One way, this is a problem because clients don't have option. But secondly, it has become the norm that clients are always under pressure that if you want to buy, then buy now, otherwise tomorrow it's gone. So
Yes, absolutely.
as a broker, you don't have to waste too much of time running after the clients.
Yes.
So one way it is good also.
And the foreign ownership of land is allowed?
Yes.
Yes.
Very much allowed. And it's all freehold now.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I will briefly run. So if you will have any questions, just stop me.
Please.
So you probably know that United Arab Emirates is made up of 7 emirates. So Abu Dhabi is the capital, Dubai is the most economically developed emirate, and I guess that this is where most of the business is located.
Yeah.
The 1981 image photo. So here you can see what Dubai was like 40 years ago and what it has become now. Actually, I have been in this place, and it's unbelievable when you're standing here and you understand that actually everything, almost everything what is around you was built for the last 40, 50 years. Also, one of the reasons, I guess, why there are so many people from different countries as well coming here is that there are around 4 airports in access. There are 2 airports in Dubai itself, so the Dubai International Airport and Al Maktoum Airport, which is growing up incredibly. Also, in addition, there is 1 airport in Abu Dhabi. It's around 2 hours by car. 2.5 hours by car, and there is 1 airport in Sharjah. It's just a few kilometers away from Dubai. So as I noted, Dubai is a big city. Its population is around 3.4 million people, but it is important to understand that there are a lot of tourists coming here. It's plus 3-4 million more. So in average in Dubai, there are around 8 million people during the year. So this is actually about one of the myths I was telling you while we were discussing, that if we take the structure of the population of Dubai, so for local people, there is only 12%, all other 88% is people from absolutely different countries. And I think that in this case, Dubai is quite close to New York because there are a lot of nationalities, and I would say that at the same time, everyone is comfortable with their absolutely usual way of life. And in this way, Dubai is very comfortable because it doesn't matter where you're coming from. They try to do everything that people feel comfortable. And of course, it's one of the most safest cities in the world. On the one hand, it's achieved because there are a lot of cameras and other technologies follow you and see that everything is okay. On the other hand, as I mentioned, there are 88% of the expats. Most of them are staying in Dubai using their visa. So residential visa, work visa, they have hundreds types of visas for people who can come there. So of course, no one wants to be deported. And that's why all the laws are very respected. So it doesn't matter if even you can work there like in 6 a.m. or 3 a.m. or during the day, you will feel yourself absolutely comfortable and safety. So as you remember on the picture, there was the difference in 40 years. So for today, Dubai has a very big plan, Dubai 2040. It's the development plan and it has been approved. They have a lot of budgets allocated for it, and they just look forward to make the city more and more comfortable for more and more people coming there. And of course, it's one of the most business-friendly environment. I think the well-known things is the unique tax conditions. They have the 0% tax on income, on dividends, on salaries, on capital gains. They have just 5% VAT, what was added just in 2018, so not far away, not so long time ago. And they have 9% tax that only planned in mid-2023. It will be run for the companies with a monthly revenue over $100,000 US. So we will see if they will finally do this. Also, another no less unique phenomenon is the exchange rate. The governments between the Arab Emirates and the United States have an agreement, and the exchange rate is fixed. It's always free. So $1 US is always 3.65 dirhams. So it's stable for, I guess, last 40 years as well. And we believe that it will keep the same way. Also, there is one more myth, is that Dubai exists and develops due to its resources revenue. So for the last 10 years, they try to do everything to reduce the percent of income from resources. And I should say that they're enough successful in this. There is only around 2% of income from resources. So there are only 5%, by the way, from the tourism, because you remember there is around 4 million people coming there for tourism. But at the same time, we should note that there is 26% is trade, and 12% is for logistic, and 11% for the finance. So in Dubai as well, there are big ports. There are a lot of companies there. And for 2022, there is a forecast for the GDP growth around 4.6%. So that makes Dubai the leading economy in many regions. And there is a chance that Dubai will overtake even Saudi Arabia in this case, and they will be the first. So of course, it's the big financial center. They, even in this sector, they have the first places. So they took the first place in the Middle East and Africa and 18th in the world. And also, as what I was saying, that there is a well-known Fortune 500 rating, and already 138 companies are presented there. They opened their offices here. Even I know that the Bank of America, they have opened here the big office and moved it from Bangkok. And actually here on the picture is presented the DIFCs, the Dubai International Financial District. So actually most of the companies are presented and opened here, and it's one of the largest free zones. For today in Dubai, there are 24 free zones. It's actually very nice and lovely blocks in the city. And if you will be there, you just definitely have to come there. Because you need to understand that it's not something that in the city divided a special area and no one can come there. No, it's very open. It just means that they put together the companies from the different sectors. For example, in one block there is all pharmacy companies, in another area all IT companies, and they try to make a great cooperation between these companies, and also have their own rules and conditions for some financial and tax system, what is making more and more convenient for companies to be there. Also, Dubai like to take first places in different ratings, so we present here some of them. I guess we will send this so you can come into the more details. And now let's move to the real estate quickly. So I should know that 70% of the purchasing and of the deals is made by non-residents. And there is also one more myth that Dubai is the big bubble. Actually, I think you all know the UBS price bubble index. So you can see the Dubai index is just 0.16. So it falls into the zone of undervalued market. And taking into account the Dubai 2040 plan of the developed, I guess that this market will grow and grow. So it's not just in the moment that everyone is buying everything. No, they have a very big plans for the residential, for the commercial real estate. So it makes this market very prospective. Also, if we take a look for the rent and yields, we can see that on the short-term lease in residential real estate, buyers can expect around 8-9%, and for the long-term around 5-6%. This is because for people who are the residents and have Emirates ID, they took the long-term contracts. They have very special conditions. So it's a very big sector for the tourists who take who lease the premises for the short term. That's why here the indicators are more higher. Here are the main developers represented. So you'll take a look on that. And to just finalize, one more point I would like to note to cancel, I think, because I think we all of you need to run. One of the big advantages is that in Dubai, there is a very comfortable payment plans. So here we have presented like an average one. You always have not very big down payment. Then you have quite long period at the time due the handover period when you make every month some payments, and there is the handover moment when you pay the balance. For some developers, you also can have a couple more years for the payments, and this is all without any assets. So you have in general a very big period at the time to make the payments. And I guess the last one is regarding the visas, what we were discussing, that you have you can get your visa for 3 years. So now they change it for 2 years, just for around $200,000, and 10 years visa for $550,000. And what is a big advantage that all the members of your family also can get visa as well. So to purchase the real estate here for it now is a very big option for that. I guess that this is it very briefly. As Jonathan said, we will send it to all of you. Here also presenting the most popular locations in Dubai. And then there is some brief overview. And also I can send in addition some catalog. So if you will have any questions, we would be more than happy to answer. I guess this is it for a brief look.
Thanks, Marina.
Great.
Thank you,
Yes.
Marina. Hey, Marina, one question, the yields, the yield chart there, what sector is that?
The one presented here was made for the residential, but it's quite common for the commercial, for the offices as well, because to open an office in Dubai, you have to open the company first, you have to register it first. So for the beginner, a lot of companies use coworkings, and actually coworkings are quite different there from what we normally think it is. So it's not like we work, for example, everywhere, because of course we work, for example, also presented here, but mostly when you come to the business center, there is one floor that is used to be co-working. So it's around 1,000 square meters that divided on the cabinets for 4 or 5 people, and this is the co-working. Yes, I was also surprised when I first get to know this, but me and my colleague, we were working there for the business centers to see what is it, and when we were saying that we want to lease an office in your business center, actually people on the reception, and normally it's some people from the security, they were sending us to the coworkings. And then we understood that we need to say that we want an office in your tower, so it means the whole building. And coworking is just the floor divided for this. So that's why when the big companies come in, it means that normally they have a long-term contract, or at least for the 1 year, and they have a little bit other conditions. That's why for short terms, the conditions are higher and the yields are more higher as well. And for short, yes, it's like less than 1 year. And if you have something long, then of course you have more special conditions, so it will be cheaper.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So you are focused on Moscow and Dubai.
Moscow and St. Petersburg in Russia. We also do for other regions as well. And yes, for right now it's Dubai.
Okay.
CORFAC,
Marina, do you see bringing a lot of clients from Russia to Dubai? Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm sorry?
Are you trying to bring a lot of clients from Russia to buy real estate in Dubai?
Actually, not only, because this market is very quick. And as you probably know, there is not only Russian people buying the real estate there. And in this case, we very much look forward for our CORFAC family cooperation, because we see that there are a lot of clients from India, from Pakistan, from actually from the Europe. There are a lot of people from Germany, from France, from Italy as well. So we look forward to work also with the local clients, and it will be not only Russian for sure.
Not only Russians.
No.
Sure. So as I said, I'm working with an Indian investor here who owns a residential building in Dubai, and he wants to sell it based on the return. And just to tell everybody in the forum, the returns will be approximately 8% per annum, guaranteed for 3 years. And it's an operational building, 100% leased out. It's a residential property, 100% leased out, 8% guaranteed return for 3 years. And the location is central. I don't know, Marina, if you are aware, but this area is called Maidan, where which is a very So in Maidan, I'm going to take a mandate from my seller very soon. I will share those details with you, and you see if your local team would like to sell the units. So each unit is going to be in a tune of just about 1 million dirham on an average. So not very big investment.
Yes.
So a lot of people, those who are migrating to Dubai, they want a constant rental income to take care of their basic expenses, and then focus on their business. So rental yield properties are a lot in demand. I will share something with you in next week to 10 days time. See how your local team can also help us selling these units.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. Jonathan, have we covered everything at the moment then? Anybody else with any thoughts or questions?
Great conversation. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Hey, Jonathan's
you.
getting a little antsy there.
Really?
Have a great day, evening, whatever time it is.
I
for
got to
you.
go watch the end of the football game, Trent.
There you go. There you go. Jonathan, I want to have a chat with you another time about business development for CORFAC. So
I'd
we can
love-
do that.
I'd
We can do
love that.
Yeah. I need some pointers.
Happy to help.
Okay.
I'll send you a note tomorrow and we can figure out a time.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, everybody.
Good day.
Have a good day.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.